Now this meeting is going to be recorded. So the overall agenda of today's meeting is, what do we mean by making learning fun? Why do we think it is required? How we can make learning fun? And especially in online education, what we can do and what we can do at home. And then the features of the EdQuery software, especially for teachers, school principals, that will also be shown. So we're not going in a specific sequence, but all our speakers are going to talk about these topics, right? So Shankar sir, can we begin with you? Shall I
Yeah, sure.
make you host?
Uh, Okay, first of all, good morning, everyone. Good morning, a Sunday morning today. I'm happy that people have assembled today. Even on a weekend, people are interested to have some fun and learning. Okay, thank you for that. Um, as Sridhar sir introduced, I am working from a technology background, particularly how technology can enable particularly children with special needs and how it can work as a game changer, particularly in situations like this COVID-19 pandemic situation, kind of a scenario, a setting. We can say that it has become a setting now because we are now used to live with that now, right? We are not afraid of COVID-19. Anybody? Is anybody afraid of COVID-19
No,
now?
no, not at all.
Not yet, right? So we are used to it. Similarly, now what has happened is even online learning, which was first of all in our country it will be like even correspondence course was treated in an untouchable manner. At some point of time, distance learning and the environment and people who want to learn something additionally, okay, and they all started learning in distance learning, and then came only contact classes on weekends and all that, okay. Now slowly online learning for all even regular courses have started as a mode now, okay. I don't think year after even educational institutions will say that we conduct only direct classes, we conduct only if you come to colleges. So technology is enabling that even in attendance or visual or whatever be that, it is now possible, right? Slowly, when you consider this for a case of a, child with special needs, particularly this may be a bit more difficult, okay. But this difficulty or a challenge can be always mitigated when we make things, when we make learning more a fun, okay, more a fun in the sense we should make it more an interesting methodology, okay, how we could incorporate methods which are more interesting to the child, okay, then it becomes a kind of an encouraging thing for them to continue in this and do and be a learner in this process, right? So we should really thank COVID for that, okay, and it has made um, but especially for children with special needs, teachers to be meeting the requirements for their individual education plan, right? We may have to devise individual education plans, and initially we make it into a differential instruction mode. We concentrate on a single children. Now with this 24-hour slot in a day, individual instructional mode on an online platform, it is becoming again another kind of a challenge, right? So we should encourage more as a participation at their own convenience and timing. Otherwise, you will not be able to get the real output, real output of the child getting into an attention span and gaining something from you or interacting something with you and all that. So how could you make all this possible? Probably you have to make the learning again in an online platform even. If you could do some more kind of a gamification or reinforcement that make them more interactive sessions. Okay, there are when you choose online platforms again, the first step would be we may have to engage the child as well as the parent or the sibling into that platform, whatever be that. Initial the meeting platform, it could be Zoom or it could be Google Meet, Or probably many schools are engaging Microsoft Teams, but I will no, I will say that whatever be that, it all depends upon the device you use. Okay, if it is going to be 2 GB RAM mobile, the device which is going to be used, then if it's some meeting platform itself is going to take so much of memory, then automatically the bandwidth issues may come, or no, but the videos may not be showing it, or sometimes you get, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, you are.
Okay. So
You
this will
are.
be a question again and again. Okay. Because what happens is now it all resides in the RAM of the particular phone device. So accordingly, when we choose a particular platform of a meeting also, okay, when you do it with the special needs, because after getting all them into an attention space, and you are ready with your IEP plans and everything, and if the platform doesn't support you, then again, like you have to repeat yourself, so this is how, choosing the platform, training them on that particular platform with more interactions initially. Not even a lesson plan, but just how are you, okay, can you play some game over this platform, no, like that kind of interaction with socializing them through this platform will also help in this regard. Making again, their father or mother or sister also coming onto this platform, interacting will make them more, okay, everybody are doing it, so I am also doing it. So that kind of a kind of yeah, mind kind of frame may get inside to the child. Okay, that we may have to think about it. Second, and once this is ready, then how are we going to choose? There are so many online platforms where you can do the lesson planning and all that. Okay, but we should always choose something which is very related to their real life situations also. Okay, I know that there are so many platforms from abroad and everybody, but more of them are designed according to their own learning environments, to their according to their own curriculums and all that. Right. So in an Indian environment, how it can be a multicultural one, how it could be a kind of linguistic. Still, I believe even Edcodis is slowly trying to get into Hindi and other languages. So now, at least in even in English, at least with simple English, how it could be, it has a supplementary audio feedback or something like that. We should think about it. Or can we add that elements to that? Because every child may be a visual learner, but if it is there is going to be an audio supplement to that, that will help them to learn something more on that. Okay. So can we choose such kind of an online platforms, which has all this kind of an elements in that? The third component would be, it should be like a more an interactive thing. You know that Zoom, Google Meet, and everybody, they have now whiteboards, Jamboard, everything is available, right? So similarly, make this learning interactive so that you operate something and they operate something, so that you continuously keep them engaged with you, okay, in the learning process. Okay. So this way, the operating procedure as well as the interaction should be seamless. Okay. So will that kind of a platform support you that for that particular process? Think about it. Okay. These are all something, if you consider it, probably we could take this to the next level, online learning for children with special needs, I believe. Okay. And also you may have to think about the time. Okay, and what kind of a home environment they have. Okay, if that particular time is going to be nearby lunchtime, or probably it's going to be some TV shows which is going to show them some kind of game, or where they are engaged more, then that's also coming to the like a kind of an obstacle there. So consider that probably we need to literally condition them before even you get into online platforms, so that you make your own schedules and convey them through visual schedules. There are apps for visual schedule also, so teach them first the visual schedule, so that they know that, okay, now the teacher will come, this will be the first thing, second will be this. Okay, you make them put a star against it. Okay, so that no, they will also know that, okay, I am at this step, probably another 20 minutes the teacher will be teaching something or probably playing with me, and I am ready for it. Okay, so that way, you should always be prepared for that. And also, the goals of it, your IEP goals can be staggered in such a way that the time frame, it is going to be 40 to 50 minutes, whether it can be a game based learning or whatever be that. you know that this can be finished, but you always have a buffer time of 10 to 15 minutes because there may be some bandwidth issue, there may be some distractions from the home side, right? So accordingly, for a 45 minute session, if you can plan for 30 minutes of a content, then I believe that will be more effective. So that the 15 minutes, if you have, you can again interact with him and ask him or ask her whether did you see this in your, when you go for shopping or something like that. You can interact with the parent and ensure that whatever you are teaching is also applied in real life. Okay, the one advantage in a game based platform is that you teach something as a game here, and the same game can be played in a real time environment also. If that is going to be there, then it's really good. Okay, for example, a shopping based game you are playing here, and if the child is again taken to a nearby supermarket or somewhere, and no, the same environment is enacted there. Okay, we don't have to put a drama over there, but you can just ask him to take a biscuit packet, okay, and take 2 3 biscuit packets, not that particular amount. Give him your own mobile phone, ask them to calculate the pricing by 15 plus 15 plus 15 45. Give him a 50 rupees note which you have learned already, and give to the shopkeeper. This becomes a kind of an applied learning now, right? So this way, from the game to the applied scenario will really be a great kind of a reinforcement for them, and they get an additional chocolate also. Okay, so this way, if you can take the learning which has been done through the game based platform into the real time situation, it will be really great actually. Okay, similarly, this can be even adapted into a home based learning activity also. Certain things can be even in the daily morning, right from the dining table activity, how a game based learning can be converted into a real time thing. Okay, we can plan that. It can be even for a complex situations also. When the child is growing, I can say that there are real time activities which are too complex also. Okay, one activity after the other, complete that, and again switch back to the first activity. Okay, right. So same thing as a game to here, we can also think about it. Okay, so let us plan that, and we try to use as much as visual cues as well as kind of reinforcements wherever it is required. And all this, fortunately, you can start with a mobile device, and if you are having a laptop or something like that, then really it will be bit more good. But we cannot, no, we cannot. The social and economic condition may not allow at some point of time, but no problem. At least we can start with the mobile, see how it goes, and then take it to the next level. And choose the platforms which will also work in the mobile also. Okay, so I believe with this introduction, I'd
Yes,
like
sir.
to hand over to Dr. Sridhar so that
Right.
he'll be able to take you through the game-based learning and the platforms. Yeah, thank you for the
Thanks, sir.
opportunity.
Yeah, so now for some practical demos. So first of all, this is edqueries.com. Hope you're able to see the screen. So edqueries.com, you can use it on a browser on any device. Okay, obviously, larger the screen, the more useful for children. There are parents who are using it on tablet devices. They are using on mobile phones and at home in laptops and PCs. So just go to edqueries.com and you have a free trial option from the shop page, or you can click free trial here and you just fill the form and register. After you register, you will immediately be taken to My Courses. In the My Courses page, you will see various features like which are your courses in progress, which are yet to be done, right, to be started. And here you can select from various categories or subjects and which ones you have completed. So the progress bar shows you under each course what you have completed. So this is My Courses. You can now, to motivate the students and what we can call a gamification concept, we give points for completed activities. So for each course you have completed, you get 100 points, you get a certificate, you get these reinforcement options, like you get a trophy image after completing, and it's a certificate for fun. You can just click on that. You can tell the student that you have accumulated yet another certificate.
First,
Now,
Wash. Wash and then go.
Can we mute, please?
I think you being the host, you can mute all of us.
Yes. Just a moment. Anyway, we'll continue now. So either you can go through that, or we have various topics here: English, communication skills, life skills, math, science, Hindi. Now, obviously, in the early learning that we are focusing on, majority of these topics are interrelated. So you might find a calendar game over here or a lesson, and the same could actually have applied to English as well, or number names, for example. So all these are interrelated. So we generally ask everyone to subscribe to all the subjects. Now, how do you actually start in what we call as the focus mode? I'll just show you the focus mode, and then, for example, I click here. So how do you get started? So you go to the course of your choice, either through my courses or all courses. And suppose you go to sight words, phrases, and sentences. And this is the course. Now you scroll down in the course, you choose the lesson which you want to start. And this is how it opens. This is what we are calling as the focus mode. In the center, the lesson will start. We sometimes call it lesson,
read the
sometimes call it
question,
game.
then
Basic idea
drag
is
the answer to fill the blank. You may touch the sentence to hear it. Then click submit.
so this is the sidebar which has the list of various lessons in this course. You can hide it if you want to
Answer.
enlarge the screen. You can open it again if you want to jump to any lesson. After completing the lesson, you can click on mark complete. And the moment you say mark complete, it jumps to the next lesson. If you want to not go in sequence, you want to go to any other lesson out of sequence, you can select that particular lesson by opening the sidebar. If you want to go out again to my courses or home, you can just click on the right top corner and say my courses. So we will be seeing various examples of how we make learning fun using this platform. But before that, I would invite Mrs. Aishwarya. Madam, you're there? Let me have a look if she's in.
Okay, so can you allow me to screen share, sir?
Like worksheets lo kuda icchintaru kada.
Yeah. Aishwarya, madam, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
I'll just make
Sir,
you
you can
host.
mute the
Can-
participants because one of the participant is mic is on. I mean, if you notice,
చదివినవా ఇది
we are continuously here.
ఇంకా చదవలేదా? ఓకే, అది ఇంకా ఏముంది?
I think its name is Soumya, if I'm not wrong.
Okay. Just a minute.
Okay.
We're
So
gone
can you
mute
allow
now.
me screen sharing option?
Yeah, just a minute. Just a moment. I'll stop sharing first. And yeah, are you able to? Are you getting the share option, madam?
Screen share? Not yet, sir. Not yet, not yet. Yes, now it's come. Now it's come.
Okay,
Yes.
kindly share.
Okay, so shall I start, sir?
Yes.
Thank you very much for the warm welcome. Thank you, Sridhar sir, and thank you, Shankar sir also. Very nice presentation, sir. And welcome everybody. My name is Aishwarya. I am the founder of Fun Learning. So Dr. Sridhar has been very kind to invite me also as a speaker on how to make learning fun. So that is, it has got the title of what we do, right? Fun learning and making learning fun, it sort of interacts, right? So today I will be talking to you about what we do at Fun Learning and how we also utilize EdQuery services, because it has been very useful for us, and I would like to share with all of you how you can also use it. So when we talk about making learning fun, there are three main questions which I will be hitting at you guys, okay? There is why should we make learning fun? There is how can we do it? And there is what is required, okay? So we will be browsing through these three things as we talk about making learning fun, and we will also see how we do it at Fun Learning, and of course Sridhar sir will be talking to you about how he does it at Queries as well. Okay, so just a short introduction. Like sir was saying, I am Aishwarya. I am part of Fun Learning. At Fun Learning, we provide educational assistance and guidance to families and children with and without special needs. We provide play-based personalized programs. These are based on the child's needs, interests, and abilities. Our programs are available online as well as in the form of parent-led home programs. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know if it is visible.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay. Just make it full screen. Yeah. Okay. So we all want to make learning fun. We want our kids to, enjoy what they learn. We want them to participate actively in the class. See, this is a teacher's perspective, okay? But many of you here might be parents. Many of you might be therapists. Many of you are teachers. I mean, even if you're not, let's say, as a teacher in a school, you are, in the teaching learning process as an individual, as part of the society. We are all teaching and learning from each other, right? As a friend, as a parent, as an adult, you are part of the process. So how do you make learning fun? What do you do? How do we make sure that this process is not stressful for children? Okay, so the first thing is we need to know why. Why should we make learning fun? This is just an image which I found on Google. These are different ways that we know that play helps a child. We're talking about building confidence, feeling loved, happy, safe, developing social skills, connecting, physical skills, learning, caring for others. See, broadly, these are different things. But if we categorize, we can look at three main areas that play will help a child. Okay, we talk about the cognitive skills, we talk about social emotional skills, and we talk about physical skills. So these are broad areas why play is important, why when we play, we make kids have fun, and this develops these three broad areas. When we talk about cognition, what are we saying? We're talking about thinking, reasoning. Okay, this is what logical reasoning, thinking skills, association, all these differentiation, categorization, all this happens in our cognitive skills, and we want that to happen, right? We're not talking about a special needs child or a regular child. We're not talking about a 2-year-old, a 15-year-old. This is important for everybody across ages. We want children to learn these things so that they are able to survive in society, so that they are able to live their own independent lives, right? So cognitive skills is important. Socio-emotional skills, what does that mean? Being able to let's say care about others, empathy, building confidence, being able to just take no for an answer, being able to make an independent decision. All these are important. All these are very, very important skills which help children grow, survive the tide. Yeah, we are all in a society. We cannot live alone. The COVID has taught us that we need each other. How do we do this? How do we build these skills? Play actually helps children. Yeah, play is very, very important. Socio-emotional skills are built with play. Third one, physical skills. We all know when we talk about play, we ask a kid, what do you want to play? He might say running race, he might say hide and seek, he might want to build a puzzle, right? All these skills involve physical skills. What physical skills are we talking about? Fine motor, gross motor, right? In fine motor, we're talking about using the smaller muscles, and gross motor, we talk about using the larger muscles. Both are important for children. When we talk about movement, children build kinesthetic skills, they build attention, they build focus. All this is important for learning. I'm not talking about learning a particular subject. If you say, how will my child learn math? I cannot tell you exactly how that will help. But if you build play along all these areas, you build it around the cognitive skills, the social-emotional skills, and physical skills, you will see that learning itself is happening. And when children enjoy, they come back to you, they want to learn more, they develop curiosity, and this is what is most important. many teachers, many parents feel, ma'am, my children don't want to learn. They say, I don't want to do this anymore. Why? They lack motivation. Okay, if a child lacks motivation, he's not going to do it again, no matter what you do, no matter which game you do. So you have to be creative and you have to think of different ways to make this happen. Okay, so this is the why. Now we're talking about how. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. And yeah, so we have around 30 participants now. All right, how many of you are willing to share your screen? Please share your screen, but keep yourselves on mute. Okay, you can put your video on, but keep yourselves on mute. So we're going to talk about how. How can we make learning fun? So I don't know if many of you are aware, on the 23rd of September, we had Sign Language Day. And I'm also doing sign language with Sense International. It's a lovely course they are doing, and course on teaching American Sign Language. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you 5 colors, okay, through sign. And we're going to play a game. Let me see after this, how many of you remember that? All right, so let's play it and let's see how you are learning through fun. Okay, so we're going to do the first color, which is black. This is black. Okay, black. You all can do it with me. Black. You're just doing it over your hair. All right, this is white. White. Okay, teeth is like this. White. So we did black, we did white, blue. Okay, don't touch. Blue. All right, red. Red. Okay, and so what all would you do? We did black, we did white, we did red, we did blue, 4 colors done. Last one, which color do you want? Let's say yellow. Okay, this is Y. So yellow. All right, so now good, L, luck. This is L. Okay, L. Good luck. We are going to play a game. All right, yeah. So now tell me, how many of you remember blue color? Show me blue. Very good. This is very good. Very good. Thank you. You can say thank you. All right. All right. So next, how many of you remember yellow? Good, good. Simi ma'am, Shivani ma'am, Mini ma'am. Yes, yes, yeah. Y, that is Y. Put it across your head. That's it. Yes, Sridhar sir, very good. Yellow. Okay, yellow with the little finger. Yellow. All right. Next, let's see. Who remembers black? Ah, very easy, very easy. For all of us who are graying, okay, this is gray. Okay, you have to do it like this. You touch your hair black, and then this is E, so gray. So those of us who are graying, this is gray. Okay, then there's white. White. Yeah, very good, very good. Everybody remembers, very easy. Good, good. Okay, last one, what did we do? Yellow, white, black, red. Yes, red. Yeah, super Shivani ma'am. Super, good, good job. Good job. Okay, very good. Okay, yes, thank you. Welcome. This is W. Welcome. Okay, good job. Very good, very good. So look at that. You all learned something. You all played and you all learned something so fast. How much time did that take? 1 minute? 2 minutes? You learned something new. Very good. Good job. Okay, so we're going back to the presentation now. Thank you all for participating. We're going back to the presentation and yeah, here we have it. So we're talking about, I hope you can see my screen, Shankar sir?
Yep. Yep.
Yes, okay. So we're talking about how can we make learning fun? Okay, when we are trying to make learning fun, we need to plan. We need to plan before a session, right? We need to know what we're going to teach the child. To teach the child, you need to understand the child. You need to know what the child needs to learn. See, when we talk about regular kids, we talk about regular schooling. Yes, we can say first grade, this is the syllabus, this is the books. Okay, but sometimes, you know, there might be a child who's in first grade who's really good in math, but not so good in English. And so when you have to teach him, you have to start from the child's level. You know, so that has to be done. That is something that special educators generally do when we work with children based on different needs and their abilities, we start from wherever the child is at, and then we slowly move forward, right? There is also a very important thing, which is to allow the child to learn at his or her own pace. This doesn't happen in many schools. I know we have exams, we have pressure, the teacher needs to complete the portion, and so on and so forth. But as parents, as collective members, if we allow kids to learn at their own pace and build it up from wherever they are, it is easier for the child to learn the concept. If now supposing you are teaching a child double digit addition, but the child has not understood what addition itself means, it becomes very difficult. You have to start from where the child is and let him grow at his pace. Okay. So this also happens when you communicate. You have to talk. You have to tell the child what he's learning. Why is it important? Show, model your behavior. You have to show where you are using it in daily life. You have to play with your child. See, many of us today, we use the phone, we use, different toys, gadgets, we buy something on Amazon, we give the kid and we say, okay, play, learn the shapes, learn whatever, ABCD, put the puzzle and learn it. But, the
Sorry.
child will learn better if you sit with him, if you talk to him, if you play with him. Yeah, so it's very, very important for the parent, the adult in the house, the teacher, the elder sister, anybody who's here, to be with the child, to model. When you model, the child learns better. Okay, so this is how we can do it. Also through how we play the game, you can see that when you play, it makes a big difference. The children remember better when they do it. They remember, they recall, they have fun, it's memory. So there are a lot of different things which improve in one thing. Now, what is required? We've understood why we need kids to play, why we need kids to make learning fun, how it is important. We understood how it can be done. So what do we need? First, very important thing is patience. You need a lot of patience, because when you play, sometimes the child also will play and the child might be playing something else, may not be playing what you want the child to play. So sometimes you have to work with the child. Maybe if the child is interested in something else, you also move to that direction. Teach him what you can in that environment. You need a lot of patience. You need time. Parents who are very busy, who are working, they find it very difficult to follow up on this teaching playway method. But it's not impossible. I think even if you take 2 minutes, like how we did now, where you were able to learn so many different words, you learned 5 colors, you learned very good, thank you, good. So that's like almost 8 to 10 words which you learned in 2 minutes. So it's all about planning. If you plan, even in a short time, you can teach a child many, many concepts. You have to be creative. You cannot say every day, let's learn the spelling of I don't know, apple,
Alice.
APPLE, let's write it every day down in the paper. The child might not enjoy it, the child might not follow up. You have to be creative, think of different methods to do the same activity to make sure the child is learning at his pace.
Aishwarya madam, I'll ask everybody to mute.
Okay. Yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible. I had to mute all because of the
Okay.
disturbance.
Okay, no problem. So I will just go back to the presentation. 1 second.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we were talking about here how you have to be creative, how you have to get kids to do the same thing in different ways. So when you do this, you also require material. Okay. Teaching generally, as much as we say, teaching through just talking to kids, to showing them different pictures and, videos and so on. If you have material at home, you can use the same material in different ways to help the child learn. So material is very important when you play with a child, and you need repeated practice to make sure that the child has learned. Sometimes when we are teaching a concept to a child, we cannot say that the child has learned it. Now, if I say my child is learning the spelling of apple, for his exam, he might not write it because maybe that day he just doesn't feel like writing. If he gets a 0, does it mean that he doesn't know? No, he does know. So assessment should be progressive. It should not be on one day based on one thing, right? So you need repeated practice for the child to understand it and be able to apply it in different situations. Generalization needs to happen. So what I feel is, what we do at Fun Learning is we work with children. We give them online programs. We also do parent-led home programs where we ask parents to use material at home and work with children to learn different concepts. We do, learning concepts for children up to 6 years of age. But what I've seen with Dr. Sridhar's EdQueries site is that it helps children in repeated practice as well. Okay, there are many advantages of using computer-assisted instruction, like sites like this, like what Sir does. It gives children increased motivation when they see different images, when they hear the sound. There is somebody speaking with them. It is self-paced. Kids can do it at their own pace. They require repeated practice to learn a concept, and it gives them the immediate feedback which they need, if they're doing it right or wrong. So it is promoting interactive learning. This is why I feel programs like this is effective. One of the highlights I think about his program is that it is connected, it is linked to the teacher's account. This is something which I think Sir will be showing you as the talk progresses. So now let me say I'm teaching a child shapes, okay? And let's say I have been teaching him shapes, and now I'm asking him to play this game which Sridhar sir has on shapes. And as the child is doing it, I realize it is linked to my account, so I can see that the child is always making mistakes when it comes to triangle. He just doesn't know it. So next time I can teach him that again. I'm teaching the same concept, and then again the child is playing the same game, and I can see how he is progressing. You see, this is why I feel something like this is effective. It can be used in an appropriate manner. I would also like to show you a short video now. This is the video which I'm sharing is from our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel called Fun Learning 2020, where we share videos of simple ways in which you can teach kids at home. So I have edited the video. It is from different concepts. You will be seeing a little bit of sounds, teaching letter sound matching, teaching direction, teaching shape. So these are different videos which we have, and I've just edited it together so that you can see how teaching and learning can actually happen at home. You don't need a lot of things to, you don't have to go out and buy things, but you can actually do it at home if you spend time and play with your child. So I'll just share the video now. Yeah, is it visible, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so this first game is about matching letters, okay, letter matching. It's just using flashcards. You can see. And match it. Where is A on the floor? Again, we're just doing letter matching here. Yeah, this is object, first sound, letter matching. Mirror. Good. This is shape.
It's a circle. You got 2 circles? Yes. Wow.
Rectangle shape.
Okay. It's rectangle.
This is a circle.
This is a circle. Very
This is a calendar concept. We are just doing matching flashcards for the days of the week. This is directions.
Very good. West. West. Joel, can you show me with east? East. Very good, Joel.
We're teaching children about growth in a plant. We can make similar.
This is the plant, how the growth of the plant is what we are showing here. This is just, these are just pictures which are drawn on a piece of paper where there is a picture, and word, and children have to arrange it in order. These are all ways of teaching with material at home, which can again be reinforced through games online. Okay.
Cutouts where the word is mentioned under the picture: seed, root, stem, leaf, and flower. You can also write the number behind each card to help the child rearrange and understand the order of growth. So from the seed, it grows into a root, and then a stem and a leaf grows, and finally
All right. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, there are different concepts which we were showing you on that. You can, of course, follow our YouTube channel for more information. And second. So we have a website. Our website is funlearning.co.in. Like I said, we offer various programs for children with and without special needs. We also have online programs and parent-led home programs for children available. You could log on to our website, find out more, fill in the contact form if you're looking for reaching out to us. We are very interested in networking, not just with parents, but professionals also. We are also on Instagram and Facebook. Please follow us at funlearners.india. Our YouTube channel, like I mentioned, Fun Learning 2020. We also have value-based free webinars, which are conducted every month. And these are for professionals and parents. We have very eminent speakers. Mr. Shankar sir and Sridhar sir were also our speakers last month. So we have various talks that are happening. You can follow us on our website or on Instagram and Facebook and join us at these events. We do free sessions. We also do paid workshops. Like this month, we are having a leadership magnetic program for teenagers. So they are not very expensive. They're all very budget friendly. And the main purpose is to help the community and help each other, right? So that we all can build and grow as a team. These apart from these, we also have a lot of online events which we do for all children to participate. At Fun Learning, we don't look at a particular child as a winner. We believe that everyone is doing their best, and we encourage all children to participate and get e-certificates. These are all free online events which we do every month. So thank you very much for your patience and time. So Sridhar sir, you can show them
the shapes game. So we are back to
the various modules related to
we have,
yes.
So I'm showing the shapes game because you mentioned that.
Yes.
So we call everything game, although some people call it lessons, but I think children connect more with the word games. That's about it. So here we are in shapes lesson course. Click on see more. Let's see, we have the, as I said, we will show one particular one game. We have opened in the focus mode. Here are all the lessons. Since I've already played this earlier, I'm getting a resume and a restart option. We allow playing unlimited number of times, and there's no time limit. I mean, because the reason for not having a time limit is sometimes children get under pressure. We don't want that.
Listen carefully and touch. the correct item to get a gem. If you collect 10 gems, you get a treasure chest. Hi. Choose the character you want to be. Listen carefully and touch the correct object to get a
So
gem.
initial screen will tell you what to do.
Find the triangle.
And
Find
since
the
most of this is
triangle.
visual, language barriers are quite less. We've seen non-English speakers also playing this.
That's right. You get a gem.
Find the square.
If I press wrong,
No, that's not it. This is the square.
so the idea is instead of doing a lot of upfront teaching, because teaching is already being done in schools by parents, here students
Find
want
the
to just play
pentagon.
around, and when they make mistakes, we take that opportunity to help them learn.
That's right. You get a gem.
So due to paucity of time, I will not show you the entire activity, but this is one such activity,
Find the
and
circle.
there are many more. So each particular concept has been broken into several small lessons. Small, I say, because many children will have attention deficit, or even if they don't have
Find
an
the
attention
circle.
deficit disorder as such, I mean, in general, they get distracted. So one of the key concepts of design that we do is keep minimal elements, not too much of animation, and audio as required. So
Find
there's
the
no
circle.
elephant walking in the back or a mouse dancing and all that. People tend to do that when they prepare video games. We don't do
Find the
that.
circle.
I'm going back to another lesson. So for example, I think shopping is, let me see if you have money concepts and shopping. So here we have taken Indian money. Sometimes parents have been saying that it's difficult to find actual books which have Indian money in them. So this is again about talking from a concept of what we see in daily life. That's what you should have.
In this game, listen carefully and add the money and give it to the shopkeeper. 3.
Good job.
You get a
So
chocolate.
this repeated praise is also very important.
4. 4.
Well done. You get a scale.
5.
5. Let's try the next one.
7.
Good job. You get a pen. 8. Good job. You get a pencil box.
10.
Good job.
So this
You
kind of
get
an activity you
crayons.
can blend with your regular learning.
You have reached the end of the game. Congratulations. You
So you can
passed.
play it as many times as you want. You can just click here, play it again. So like this, there's an entire library of courses. So at home, what you could do is show the real money and do a similar activity, right? And maybe even outside home, once we start going out to shops, this could be an activity which could be done. There are several other concepts. I will now bring in Simi madam to talk about her experience and how she has been using, and also we have a student, Ms. Ritika Bansal. In the paucity of time, we should allow them first to talk. Yes, madam. Shall I make you a speaker now?
Yes. Thank you.
I'm making you host. But before that, yeah, I think I would request everyone to be on mute while madam is speaking.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sridhar sir, for inviting me. I'm a big fan of Ed Queries, and thankfully, it's made my life also easier because I'm using it with children as small as 5 years, 4 years old to an adult as 30 years old adult. So look at the range it gives me, which would be not easy if I'm go searching for books and all that stuff individually. I'll have to place everything at home. So that's another thing. And why learning is fun, for me through EdQueries is because I am a big fan of play. What Aishwarya says, yes, Aishwarya, thank you for bringing that up again. I have always told parents that you need not have to use, copy pencil only. Har bar copy pencil mat use karo. Use a variety of mediums to, actually make learning fun for children, because children do tend to get bored, with just the paper pencil concept. It is not at all interactive. So the best thing about EdQueries, when I use it, is it is a very interactive mode. I mean, you should see the thrill on the child's face. When I was yesterday also playing with a child, he was like, ma'am, submit karo. I mean, that is the way they would start. And incidentally, sir, it's a real experience. Yesterday when there was a child who just didn't want to study. He was like, padhai nahi karna. He was going on. So I said, okay, hum padhai to kar hi nahi rahe, hum games khelne ja rahe hain, let's play games. So we were doing pronouns, and past 2 times I had introduced the concept. We were doing it in pencil and all. So then we did the pronouns game on EdQueries, and thodi der mein that resistance came down, because he saw, and that was the first time he was using it. That was the first time he was using it. Slowly the resistance came down. He started interacting because he could see, he could click, he could do submit, all that kinesthetic thing which we require. It's not just 2-dimensional, paper pencil when you're doing is just a tool. It's just visual intelligence which you're catering to. But when you're doing an interactive game, there's auditory, there's visual, there is kinesthetic. So when he was doing all that interaction, when he was doing it by himself, he slowly calmed down, and then he started cooperating. So that's one thing. And Ritika, one of my favorite student is here. Ritika teaches me, many a times. With Ritika, the biggest challenge for me is because she's 30. She's an adult whom I have to teach. I do her language classes. So imagine for a person who's that old, and I have to do things like inferences, all the WH questions, things like shopping. Shopping is something me and Ritika were planning to do for a long time. He will go to the mall, we'll go and do that. But somehow after the COVID situation, we never could go, physically. Ritika, that's still plan, hum dono chalenge. But at that time, EdQueries came to our rescue, and Ritika ko main, online kara pai ki, okay, if this is first you identify money, you add money, kitne paise doge, kitne aap loge, yeah, which is expensive, which is cheaper. So because she always says I do not calculate money, mereko samajh nahi aata kya lu kya na lu, I don't see the value of money. So EdQueries mein actually we did games wherein, okay, if there are 2 items priced this and this, which one would you go for? Because it is not just cheaper, but there were words like better quality. So though one thing is a little expensive and you're going to certain level of party, this is a little expensive, so you'll go for that. So that amount of analytical thinking, so Ritika was doing that. So in a way, I was very, very happy. And there was another thing, Ritika, when she responds, she's at times little, slowly she will respond. But I know that she knows the concept, she knows the answer. So we played games like, the calendar game or the sight words. And in those sight words or calendar games, I was just testing her, response time to a stimuli. If I give her, because that's also a very important thing when we are doing adult training, you just cannot ponder on situations for hours. You have to respond quickly. I have to see how she's responding fast. So those things I could do with EdQueries also. So Ritika beta, I really want you to share, because she is one person whom I monitor also, because she gives me a feedback quickly. I mean, for children I have to wait with parents, but with her, she only gives me a feedback. This she enjoyed, this she didn't enjoy. Yeah, can you help me with this situation? Where am I going wrong? So, sir, with your permission, I would like Ritika to say a few words. I mean,
Yes, please. Ritika, go ahead, please.
Ritika, bolo beta.
हेलो एवरीवन, मेरा नाम रितिका सर है। मैं एक्वेरीज 6 मंथ से यूज कर रही हूँ। मैं इसमें सारे एजुकेशनल गेम्स यूज कर रही हूँ, जैसे जैसे लाइफ स्किल, पिक्चर एजुकेशन एंड मनी गेम्स गेम्स बहुत यूजफुल है। ये सब लाइफ यूथ लाइफ लॉन्ग लॉन्ग बहुत है।
रितिका, तुम्हें मजा क्या आता है? तुम ये बताओ, तुम्हें इसमें फन क्या लगता है? क्योंकि मैं तो तुम्हें टास्क दे देती हूँ, तुम्हें मजा क्यों आता है ये खेलने में? टेल अस अबाउट दैट।
ये पढ़ते पढ़ते बहुत मजा आता है। मुझे इसमें इसमें कोई इसमें कोई इतना इतना एंजॉय एंजॉय कर मुझे ऐसे ही बात नहीं है कि इसमें बहुत मुझे मजा आता है कि मैं बहुत पढ़ाई के साथ और एंजॉय कर रही हूँ।
हाँ, दैट इज वन थिंग। रितिका रितिका हमेशा बोलती है थैंक यू सो मच रितिका फॉर हेल्पिंग मी। रितिका को कई बार लगता ही नहीं, मैं मतलब दैट इज द स्टैंडर्ड डायलॉग आई यूज कि पढ़ाई तो कर ही नहीं रहे। विद ऑल माय चिल्ड्रन वी आर प्लेइंग अ गेम, सो ऑल द गेम्स आर इंटरैक्टिव और वो इमीडिएटली रेस्पॉन्स देता है। एंड नाउ विद दैट क्लासरूम फीचर आई एम एबल टू सी व्हाट ऑल गेम्स द चिल्ड्रन आर प्लेइंग, how much have they completed, where are they facing difficulties. So when the child himself or a person like Ritika can give me a feedback herself also, but with children I can track their progress also. So that's my experience. That's the reason matlab main dil se I always tell parents to use ed queries as a not, I mean, I will never say ki a website can substitute books. You need to books to introduce concept, but yes, you can make it all the more fun for the child by giving him different opportunities to generalize the concepts he has learned. So that's all from my side, sir.
Thanks a lot, madam.
Thank you,
I would,
Ritika.
we have a parent with us, Ritura se, madam. Madam, can you unmute yourself? Yeah, thanks a lot. So she is a parent of a young adult with autism, has been using EdQueries in the past. And interestingly, she is now a blogger. She writes a very interesting blog, and I'm a regular reader of the blog. Madam, welcome. Just say a few words and about your experience and how things are with your blog.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Dr. Sridhar, for having me in the webinar. We have used queries in the past, and I think for an year or so. And I think Akshat has learned so many things from the queries, and he enjoyed using the software. What he has enjoyed is the interface, the visual interface. The queries he has enjoyed the most, and he is a keen observer, a strong listener. So with the visual interface, the auditory thing made it more easy to process the information, and the various example concept. One concept has so many examples, so he didn't find it bore. It makes it so much interesting for him, because he has always is always has the point that the thing should be interesting for him. The concept should made interesting for him to learn. So the ed queries made everything so interesting, so relatable to him. And as Shankar sir said, the pragmatic skills should be taught to the children. And as Ms. Aishwarya has also said that it should be taught in a fun way. So AdQuery has all these elements, and he enjoyed using this. And I think his language and communication skills has improved with the AdQueries a lot. So we enjoy
Thanks a lot.
using this.
Thanks a lot, madam. I'll share your blog, and I see Akshat writing a lot in the blog, and we enjoy reading what he writes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
So now let me again share my screen and show the classroom feature that we're talking. We're almost coming to the end of our session, and thanks a lot for staying on. Uh, so this is see, the whole idea of EdQueries has been that we should also provide a library of material to teachers and also help parents and teachers connect, because the guidance of teachers, special educators, school principals are all very necessary. But it's not just that you download an app, use it for a few days and leave it. We need to know as a parent what to do next. How is the child doing? And the teacher should be able to monitor. Is the child able to understand this concept? If not, should be repeated. So that's where we have added this feature called Classroom. So what it basically helps is, for example, if you see here, we created a school called New Primary School. This could be actual classroom names, or even you can have per student, you can create a classroom if you want to do one-to-one to monitor that child. So here, if you see, it says manage classroom means that the headmistress or the principal can add a classroom, and we can add students here, we can manage them. So these are the seats given. So within that, you can add more students. And then what happens is, for each of the students or for that classroom, if you expand, so I've created some fictional students here just for the testing purpose. All names, as they say, are purely coincidental. And so here you will see what is the progress, what's going on. Further, if you want to drill down and see exactly what is happening, you can go deeper into that. And for example, this fictional student that I have created, so when did each student log in, what exactly was done, all that can be seen over here. So this will give you a fine track of monitoring the child's progress. And these logs are actually further allowing you to log a particular lesson inside the course. For example, in the puzzles course, you had a particular puzzle and you said, this he will not be able to do unless I teach him first. So if you click this log, then the student will not be able to play this particular activity unless you again open the log. Also, what you can do is that you can control what courses are visible to that particular classroom or student. So if I suppose I add each student as a separate classroom, then I can say that this student right now does not need this activity.
Correct.
Can everybody be on mute, please?
So you'll have to mute, please.
Yeah, I'll have to do that again. Just a moment. I'll mute all, and then I'll have to unmute. So I hope I'm audible. So I'll continue. So the idea of this is that we can give one course or few courses at a time and keep monitoring the progress of the student. So now when the student logs in, so after your session, you have said, now you go home as a homework, you play this course. So the student will log in through his account. The student has their own username and password. So when they play, they will only see that particular course. So they are doing those courses. Now, while you can be monitoring them. So if you say that the student is not being able to complete it, maybe you want to teach in a different way, try more or repeat it. So that way you can control the access of the course and make your own plan of how you want to go with that particular student. And while adding students, there is no need to have their email or anything if you want to directly add them. So here we have added some students without an email, just the username is enough. So teachers themselves or the principal themselves can manage this. So there is a new system which allows live monitoring of a student's progress. So while the student is getting all these courses across various sets of topics, so for example, if you're doing an expressive communication course, the teachers will be able to monitor all the progress. So here is this student, for example, is playing this course. So I am already cleared it, so I'm restarting it.
In this game, see the picture, then touch the correct answer.
So as I said, this is the focus mode. I can hide it.
Then click Submit. Answer.
Happy.
So we give a lot of audio support on
Overjoyed.
all.
How does the lady look in the picture? Shocked. Good job. She looks shocked.
Answer.
Sad. Surprised.
I'll quickly finish
Good
this.
job. The man looks surprised.
Answer.
Happy. Good job.
Now I'm not logged in as a
The boy
particular
looks
student
happy.
of that classroom. I'm just showing you the
Answer.
game. Again, we are trying to add as many Indian pictures.
Bored. Good job.
Now, while adding pictures,
The
is
boy
very
looks
important to
bored.
have them as isolated pictures with
Answer.
limited backgrounds and with very pure, prominent.
Very frustrated. Very excited. Good job. They both look very excited.
Answer.
Happy. Happy. Scared. Good job. She looks scared.
Answer.
Surprised. Very surprised. Good job. The young lady looks surprised.
Answer.
Confused. Happy. Confused. Good job. She looks confused.
Answer.
Very very occupied with her work. Good job.
As we have
She's
stated
very
earlier, you have
occupied
to
with her
probably
work.
try out each of these activities
Answer.
before you roll it out to the student. Whether it is appropriate for that particular student, whether they'll
Happy.
be able to understand.
Sad. Good job. The young lady looks sad.
Congratulations, you
You
passed.
can retry as many times as you want. If
Answer.
you're completed, you mark complete. So the point is,
Very
while the student is doing this as a homework, the teacher will be able to go to the classroom and monitor the progress. I'm going back to home. So now the other features, please do follow the blog regularly as we are continuously adding content. So what happens is based on requests from teachers and parents and feedback, we're continuously adding content. So you might want to follow the blog. We're also on various social media channels. We have a YouTube channel, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. We have quite a community on Facebook. So you can follow over there. Some frequently asked questions are there, including about screen time. We have embedded a document. You might want to read that. So that is a very important aspect. So guidelines have been given by the Indian Association of Pediatrics. I would recommend you to read this. Okay. And then we are available on various media for contacting us. So a WhatsApp has been embedded right into this platform, but you could write to us or you could WhatsApp or call us, or you simply ping from here within the site itself. Okay, we're almost coming to the end of the session. So as you said, we are recording this and we will be posting this video. Also, we are going to post some of the links which are useful for you. And a survey has been planned and kindly fill that. We'll paste the link in the chat window. So kindly use that survey link. The free trial of 2 weeks is available for all of you. So you can, all you need to do is click on the free trial here, fill the form. There's no card or cash or anything required. Just fill the form. This is how you get the email and the newsletters from us. Check this and just sign up. The moment you sign up, you get to my courses. Your password will be mailed to you. During the free trial, you have access to all the content, including any new games or new courses, lessons, everything that we add. Everything is available, so do try it out. I think that's with that I'll end this session. Questions you can add to our survey form. Okay, so let me just stop sharing and add into the chat window the various links. This is a survey form which I'm adding to your chat window. Kindly fill this before you leave the session. And you might want to see the blog also, that will send it to you the link. Okay, so thanks a lot for your participation. Okay, with that, we'll end the session. Please do remember to fill the form. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sridhar sir. Thank you.
Thank you.